What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We have a great day of tech news, some information about the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Vivo X Fold, which is a big competitor to the Galaxy Z Fold line, and then a bunch of questions. But before we dive into those, I did want to mention that, as you know, we did our March giveaway, and the main thing I was personally giving away was $500 cash. The first person I reached out to who won didn't even get back to me. Crazy. I don't know if they're not getting the emails or not checking their spam. Maybe it's going to spam. I emailed the second person, emailed them. They still haven't gotten back to me. So if that second person that doesn't get back to me by today at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, we will be choosing another winner. So even though the contest is over, theoretically you could still win. So it's looking like I'm probably going to end up choosing a third person to potentially win the $500 grand prize. So make sure, if you watch my videos, check your junk mail, especially if nobody wins tonight, or if the guy never gets back to me tonight, I should say. So keep your eyes peeled, check your spam. You never know what's gonna be in there, because I'm literally sending $500 and I'll send it either via, once the person emails me back who wins, via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. So again, I'll let you guys know though. If that person doesn't win, I'll put a little community post. With that said, let's jump into the tech news. The first story of the day is the fingerprint sensor on the Vivo X Fold. We've heard it has a under display fingerprint sensor. And remember, this is a folding phone akin to a Galaxy Z Fold phone. And for me, I think this is one of the weaker points about the Vivo X Fold, having it on the display, because when you think of a display this big, it's not very comfortable to have to always press your finger on the screen in order to get it unlocked. I'd much rather have it on the side where Samsung does it. But let's check this video out. So here's a little video. It was leaked on Weibo, and I found it via Ben Geskin. And it's interesting. And why is it interesting? Because again, I think it shows that it's probably not the best implementation for foldable phones. You might absolutely love having the fingerprint sensor underneath the display. You might think it's cool, but at the end of the day, your finger is always pressing the power button, or not always, but it's really close to it, especially if you're right-handed, to always just press that button. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the right place and the right time for something like this, especially when that technology, it's pretty good. You know, you see it on the Galaxy S22 Ultra or the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, for instance, and it works generally really good, but I still don't feel it's as good as these physical fingerprint sensors. So what do you guys think? I mean, do you think it looks cool? Yeah, but is it gonna be worth it and uncomfortable? I don't know, it remains to be seen. Let me know what you guys think. Next up is all about the potential price of the Vivo X Fold. As you know, foldable phones can be very expensive, but what about the Vivo X Fold? What are we potentially seeing for a price? Well, it looks like Ross Young put out a tweet saying we have heard two possible price points for the Vivo X Fold, either, and this is Chinese prices, $89.99 or $10,999. We think the higher price is more likely given the expensive hinge, larger displays, two expensive fingerprint sensors, 4 cameras, including the periscope camera. What do you think? And he translated that dollar amount from Chinese money to American money, $14.14 or $17.29. So the prices are potentially less than the Galaxy Z Fold 3 line, but they're still expensive, potentially up to $1,700. But when you think about what it has physically, versus something like a Galaxy Z Fold 3, it is a better phone probably. You know, it's got a bigger display, it's got the under display fingerprint sensors, the cameras are gonna be better, the performance is gonna be better. So it's got things that are definitely better about it, but still, it's gonna be expensive. So it remains to be seen. What do you guys think about the price? Next up has to do with the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the fingerprint sensor. We've been talking a lot about fingerprint sensors today, and what better day to talk about it, because new information is coming out about the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Flip 4 and where the fingerprint sensor is going to lie. Is it gonna lie on the side where it's always been, right here with the power button as well, or is it gonna be underneath the display? And we got some good news, at least I feel like it's good news. This is coming out of Korea, specifically the Business Korea news publication, saying in-display fingerprint sensors not adopted for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Z Flip 4. So what does that mean? It means that the fingerprint sensor will continue to be or 2-in-1. It'll be the power button and fingerprint sensor on the side of the phone for the Z Flip 4 and Z Fold 4. This is fantastic news. I'm so happy about this. I love it right there. I used to love it more on the back, but now I like it more on the side. It's great. It's very accurate, and it's just in the perfect spot, especially with these huge phones. So very, very stoked about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Your question of the day is, where's the best place to place a fingerprint sensor on a folding phone? Is it underneath the display, or is it on the side of the phone? Or maybe on the back? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. With that said, let's jump into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that beat. First question comes from Deke Merritt. Says, before the One UI 4.1, would get a notification on my pull down notification panel allowing me to switch my sound source. Now it seems to be missing, and I have to go into the media output on the pull down menu panel to change the source. Is there a way to get that back? I don't remember there ever being and I don't know everything about everything, but I don't remember there being a sound source button on the pull down menu. I do know that we have the media output buttons, which I think you're talking about already. And if you don't see those, you could always hit the 3 dots in the top right and go to quick panel layout and make sure device control and media buttons is show always. Other than that, I don't know the answer to that. I don't remember there ever being a source button. If you have a picture of it, that'd be great. Send it to me on Twitter, but otherwise I'm not too sure. Next question from Shajil Sazan. Do you plan on buying an iPhone in certain years? Yes, I'll buy the next iPhone for sure. JR Kunin says, what is the red screen with the names before the original fan name? So obviously I have my Patreon supporters, that's the white and orange one. And then I have the new red one. The red one is people that support me on YouTube. It's very similar to Patreon. It's just like YouTube's version of it. So that's what those names are. And also it'll give you certain, it does something a little different, which I can't offer the people on Patreon. On YouTube, you'll get a little like a tag next to your name and different color and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And it's in the YouTube people, it's anybody that donate $4.99 or more per month that have their names plastered right there. Romanoff is asking, do you think your Z Fold 3 screen is damaged? And also, can you shout out my bro Sean? Hey Sean, what's going on? Thank you for watching, both of you, I guess. Z Fold 3 screen is damaged. No, I don't think it's damaged. I think it's just, because it still works fine. I have no problems with it working. It's really, I think it more of as a defect in a way. It's something that probably needs to be ironed out in the future iterations of it. I look at it as a stretch mark, but in terms of damaged, I'd say no. So yeah. Phil PJ Davis says, hey Greg, what color is your S22? I just got my S22 Ultra in green and it doesn't even look like any shade of green at all. I think it looks green. I mean, you can see the green right there. Definitely looks green. Here's a green case. And they match up pretty well. You can tell they're green. Different shades of green, but definitely green. And our last question from Silent Runner Speaks. Is the Tab S8 Plus or Ultra a good laptop replacement? Thoughts on those versus the Surface? I've never really used the Surface. And it depends what you do. Now, can you do probably everything that you want on the tablet? Yes, probably. I personally don't love the keyboard case on the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus or Ultra due to the way that it stands up. I want something that is able to stand it on any surface, have it be a bed, my lap, my chest, my stomach, a table, everywhere. And for me, the Tab S8 and S8 Plus Ultra really only stand well with the keyboard case on hard surfaces. So that would be one reason I would say it's not a laptop replacement, because laptops you can stick anywhere. But otherwise, like I said, you could probably do almost everything you wanted to do on there for like a regular kind of life. But yeah. There you guys go. Thank you for your questions. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the word question as the first word. In any of my videos, I will find it, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.